start off with the turkey. Got some leftover turkey breast here. Depends on how big you want your chunks to be in your quesadilla. Some people like them humongous, some don't. We're going to start off with the prep for the meat part and the cheese. You can put any kind of meat you want in there, chicken, turkey, whatever leftovers you got. And you can put whatever seasoning you want in there too. Cumin and chili powder and stuff like that. But we're going to use good old fajita seasoning. This stuff don't have a whole lot of salt in it. It's got some salt, of course, but it doesn't have a whole lot. And I'll throw the cheese right in this, huh? That should be plenty. I make hundreds of these things at work. This is how we do them. That looks pretty good, huh? Alright, I'm going to get this out of the way and come back to it in a minute. Next, let's turn the burner on. Get this burner on probably medium. Using a non-stick tawa. It's a non-stick skillet. Alright, I'm going to grab about a cup of flour. That's plenty enough for two, maybe three. And we're going to put a little bit of salt in that. I'm not measuring really much of anything. Baking powder. That's about a quarter teaspoon. Yeah, that's a half teaspoon. Baking powder in the 1 cup. Okay, get this over here. Get that stirred up. A little bit of salad oil. Salad oil is going to make it soft and fluffy. Looks like about a tablespoon in there. Let's get that out of the way. We're going to kind of stir that up a little bit. Now usually you let this sit and hydrate for half an hour after you do these, but we're in a hurry, right? Alright. Get some water in there. That was at about a quarter cup. Oh yeah, this stuff's nice and wet. Alright, look at that. We've got a sticky dough ball here. Guess a little bit of light wouldn't hurt, huh? Oh, there we go. Sorry. Got a sort of sticky dough ball. You're gonna knead it. Other knuckles. Punch down on it. Roll it over. Punch down on it. Roll it over. Punch down on it. That's gonna take about 2 minutes of our time. And since we're making a real thin flatbread, you don't have to really worry about getting too much kneading, too much structure going on in this. You need some structure, of course, because it'll just fall apart. Some of this wheat flour that I'm using, whole wheat flour, it's really high gluten. Alright, that's kind of sticky. That's good. I like that. Look at that gluten in that. I mean, that developed fast, didn't it? Alright. We'll let that sit just for 1 second. I'm going to go rinse my hands off. Alright, we're good. Get that water out of the way. Seasonings out of the way. Let's get a little flour on our board. Okay, we're going to break this guy in about half. Alright, that's going to be a pretty big sucker, ain't it? Roll it into a ball. Press it down flat. It's going to be a little sticky. Like I said, that's going to be really big. Alright. You know what? Let's cut that in 4. Okay. Gonna press that down flat. Gonna get our rolling pin here. Got a little flour on it. Gonna roll this guy out. Okay. Up. Come back to you. These aren't gonna be perfectly round. That's okay. We're just making something to eat, man. We don't need that anymore. Pan's pretty hot over here. And since we're cooking these a little longer on the grill, after we cook them the first time, they don't have to be 100% cooked right now. All right, let's get that on there. Get the little excess stuff off of there. Get it right on there. Let's grab that other ugly one. Tap it in the flour over here. And the same thing. I'm gonna roll that out. A little sticky, that's okay. Keep an eye on this over here, because that's gonna start to show some blisters. All right, if you're getting them sticking a little bit, get some more flour on your pin. We're talking real world here. We're not talking about doing gourmet food. We're talking about using a little leftover turkey. Trying to get them close to the same size. All right, it's starting to blister up a little bit, dry it out a little bit. That's good. We're gonna let that go for a second. We are sitting at right about medium, which is fine over here. So pretty close to the same size. That's been going for a second. They're fairly thin. They're gonna cook. So here we go. We're gonna take our paper towel now that we got both sides. We're gonna push down on this. Now watch, look at these blisters are starting to come up a little bit. We're getting some steam pockets inside of there. Nice, huh? We don't want to go too dry. We'll flip it back over again one more time. I'm not pushing too hard, but I'm pressing a little bit on here. All right, there's one of them. Nice and light. They're separating nicely. Let's get this other one on here. Wipe some of that off there. All that dust will just burn, the loose flour. All right, that's going. Gonna break that other piece in half, and we're doing this down and dirty. We're not measuring. We're trying to eat. I'm gonna dip that into some flour. I'm gonna roll it out. Okay, turn it a little, turn a quarter turn. Roll back to you. If it's sticking, rub it with some flour. Roll it to you. Turn it a quarter turn, roll it to you. I'm gonna keep doing that. And the more you do it, the better you'll get it. Flip it. Do it again. We're just looking for these to be close to the same size. And turn it a little bit. Starting to get little blisters on here. Flip it. We're almost done. All right, we got that other side just dried a little bit like we did the roast cheese. Okay, we're gonna start pressing this. See, the blisters are coming up nice. The dough's cooking. These are pretty thin. They're gonna cook fast. All right, flip that guy back over again. We're getting some color on there. And we're going to fry them in a minute with the chicken in it, with the turkey in it. All right, nice color, separating, nice and light and fluffy. Let's get another one on there. Get some of that loose flour off, right in the center, right over that heat. A third little ugly ball. Get some flour down on there. Press it. You can sit there and do this and get shapes, and they have all kinds of ways of getting their shape exact. Turn that guy. Keep turning that guy. We don't want to make it too perfect. We don't want it to be any rounder than the other ones are, right? This guy's starting to get some blisters on here. You flip it over. These are pretty thin. That's about the same size as the other one, huh? Okay, do a little swirl around, flip that guy over, and take our paper towel. And we can use our spatula or whatever you want, but starting to get some nice blister in there. The dough's cooking up nicely. Look at that. Flip that guy over. Okay, we're making 2 quesadillas here, so trying to do this in a few 20 minutes, 10 minutes. That guy's done, nice and light and fluffy. Don't go grabbing it off the stove like that, unless you got your hands kind of conditioned a little bit. I'm gonna get some of that excess dust off there. Get that guy on there. Let's clean up our mess. Okay. That's a non-stick skillet. It's on medium heat. That pan's, like I was saying, that pan's called a tawa. Just a basically Indian type of non-stick skillet. They got them that aren't non-stick. All right, getting a little bit of color in there, getting some blistering in here. The whole idea is get some blistering. You want to just make sure that that side's cooked. Gonna give that a flip. Give that another second on that side. Let's get our chicken out. Chicken and our cheese is ready. Got a little bit of butter right there. Using that non-stick skillet, we don't want to use metal in there, so I'm going to use a wooden spoon. Alright, that guy's doing good. Let's flip it back over. We got some color there. Nice. You can put it, like I was saying earlier, you can put anything you want in these. Leftover steak, chicken. Just got to make that mix, you know, that's what you're doing. That mix is just, that's your whole base. All right, let's flip that thing over again. This guy's ready. Let's get it out of the way for a second. Clean off some of this flour. All right, this can be messy a little bit, but it's not gonna be too bad. I'm gonna take a glob of butter. Let's get that chicken out of the way. Let's get our plate over here. All right, just a little spread on there. I'm gonna go around a couple times. All right, grab that thing off of there and get another one on. There you go. So you're using up all that butter. Let's get a handful of this mix in here. You want to go to the edge. You don't want to be cheap, right? But you don't want to go too far to the edge, because if you go too far, it'll just flop all out. Now we don't need this so high anymore. Let's turn that down a little bit. Get this guy right on top of it. Look at that. Boom. Here we need a spatula because that butter's hot. Alright, we're looking to melt up some cheese in there. Get that chicken hot. Alright, cheese is starting to melt. It's starting to stick to that a little bit. Let's grab our paper towel. Gonna get beneath there, flip that thing over, boom, one time, look at that. Alright, give it another press. Now, if you had your oven hot, you can go from right here, shove that baby in the oven just like that. It'll finish it up, get everything hot while you're doing the other. Usually I'll do these open faced and then put them right in the oven. You can make 100 at a time that way and just shove them pans right in the oven and pull them out. Alright, look at this. Our cheese is melting up nicely. Let's get it out of the way. A little more butter. We're going to repeat that process, huh? Right on there. Going to swirl it around a little bit. Just enough to get that butter on there. Get that guy off of there. Get another one on. Get this out of the way. All right, well that just went on there. That's going to get its color. Let's get another one in. All right. You gotta quit saying all right, huh? Let that go for a second. We got our greasy one. Put that right on top. Get this one out of the way. Meanwhile, we ain't messing around here. Let's get a little salsa. A little sour cream. Give this a press down. Let's get some nice color. Get our paper towel underneath that thing. Flip it over. Press it. Okay, that's getting nice color on that, huh? Look at that color on that. That looks beautiful. Can we get over here? We sure can. Hey, what was that? 15 minutes, start to finish. Grab our cutting board back over here. Give this another press. Cheese is melted nicely in there. Can't lose that. Let's grab our knife. 2, 4. Not bad, huh? Like I said, it's a flatbread. It doesn't take a whole lot of time to cook. Nice color on both sides, isn't that nice? Burners off. Look at that, we just made quesadillas for 2 people. Just a few minutes. Let's get a close up of that guy, huh? Look at that thing. Back head out. It's too close. Oh, there we go. Let's see what they do. Had a little tear. Cheese is melted nicely. Where are we at? There you go. Look at that. Cheese is melted. Stretching out. Can't beat it. Time to eat.